Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Just a quick look at IPv6 and RPKI adoption in Myanmar. Thanks once again, Ms. Kind, for this invitation. I'm Tashi Phuntsho from APNIC. I'm a bit of everything, a network janitor, training manager. Moving on. Just a top high-level view of what it looks like in Myanmar. It seems Myanmar is doing good with IPv6 adoption. I'm using the word seems here intentionally. When it comes to RPKI, I have broken RPKI into two parts. One is to ensure that every route you announce has a covering rower, which means others can't hijack your routes. And the other part is, are you filtering your routes, inbound routes, based on corresponding rowers, and are you dropping invalids? Myanmar seems to be doing okay with rower coverage, really good, higher than Asian average. But when it comes to dropping of invalids or filtering routes based on the existence of a rower, so things could definitely be better, I think. Just a quick look at IPv6 adoption in Asia. In Asia, on average, we have about 36% of end users in Asia have V6 internet. How does Myanmar compare to that? In Myanmar, surprisingly, this is much better compared to other Southeast Asian countries. In Myanmar, based on APNIC's measurement, we see about 32% of internet users in Myanmar have access to V6 internet, and which is comparable to Thailand, Vietnam, and few other countries in Southeast Asia. But when we go try and find out, all right, it looks like 32%, how many networks in Myanmar have actually deployed V6? It's really sad when we go deeper into the numbers. You see it's only Mytel who has deployed IPv6, and close to 70% of their network is V6 capable. And just because one network has done it, Myanmar's average or numbers look good. And it also shows that they might have very good number of customer base eyeballs, hence why them doing it pulls the whole country's average to more than 30%. But this is not too good. I would like to understand why other networks in Myanmar are not deploying IPv6, especially the mobile operators, especially the big ISPs who sell transit to downstream customers who also have lots of eyeballs or end users. I would like to understand why only Mytel have deployed IPv6. If you are in need of training for your teams, or if you need technical assistance to help deploy IPv6, please reach out to Ms. Kind. Through Ms. Kind, we can help. We have tons of people in APNIC who have deployed IPv6 while we were running our own network. So please let us know if we can help. I would like to see all the major networks deploy IPv6 in Myanmar. The second part is RPKI adoption. Like I said, I've looked at this from two angles. One is the easier one, creating rowers, which is making sure that for whatever address was delegated to you, you have a covering rower where you sign your route origins. This helps prevent others from accidentally or intentionally hijacking your routes. The second part is when you do your route filtering inbound routes, you might already be doing filtering based on IRR objects or based on whatever relationship that you have with your peers. But it's also good to filter your inbound routes based on corresponding rowers. And based on that, you see a route is either valid, not found, or invalid. And then if you drop invalids, then we say you validate route origin. Deploying route origin validation, or ROV, it actually ensures that your end users, my users who are connected in my network, they won't get redirected to hijacked routes when hijacks do happen accidentally or intentionally. Asia, if we look at Asia, you can see that IPv4 Asia is not really too well with regards to rower coverage. Only about 42% of the routes that we see originating from Asia have any covering rowers in terms of V4. And in terms of V6, it's even worse. Only 22% of the IPv6 routes coming out of Asia have any corresponding covering rowers. And specific to Myanmar, I pulled this off RIPE stats. IPv4, it's good. We see about 78%, close to 78% of the routes or address space IPv4 delegated to Myanmar. Everyone has gone and created a rower for those. IPv6 is looking very weird. IPv6, only about 34% of the V6 address space delegated to Myanmar has a covering rower. Again, this is not difficult. On APNIC, my APNIC, it's only 3-4 clicks 4 clicks and you create your ROAS. So please sacrifice 4 clicks of your life to create ROAS so that people can't hijack your routes. And if you need help, please reach out to me. Please reach out to Ms. Kind, and we are more than happy to help you. How about dropping of invalids? Sorry, the title should have been just Myanmar. I looked at Myanmar today morning, and surprisingly, we see about 25% of end users in Myanmar are only about 25% of end users in Myanmar are protected to route hijacks. And even this 25%, if I dig deeper, I didn't really analyze this much. I am more than happy to analyze this further. My assumption is it's your upstreams, like entities and others, who would be dropping the invalids. And since you sit behind them, it seems like you have deployed it yourself, but it could be a matter of your upstreams filtering out the invalid routes, and then you are protected sitting behind them. But again, like I said, only about 25% of users in Myanmar are protected from any possible route hijacks. So what can we do? My request to everyone here attending today's MMIX, AGM, and mini peering forum is, since you all are very important networks and have good connections, at minimum, I would like to see every network in Myanmar who has a V4 or V6 holding publicly routable address space to please create ROAs. And achieving 100% ROA coverage is not at all difficult. We have done that for Mongolia, we have done that for Bhutan, we have done that for a few other countries. And the next step would definitely be, once you have created ROAs for all your address space, the next step would be to start filtering inbound routes based on ROAs, and whether to drop or not invalids, that's a call that you need to make, but we are more than happy to guide you on how to do this. If not everyone, at least big operators, mobile operators, large ISPs, because you have more users than the smaller ISPs and you provide more protection in terms of impact, you have wider impact. And again, the call from my side, what we can offer from APNIC is, if you need training, if you need technical assistance, if you want to understand which validator behaves or performs better than which validator, we are more than happy to share you our research, our analysis, and we are more than happy to help you deploy RPKI, ROV, as well as IPv6 in your network. Thank you, Ms. Khan.